Good day, my name is Mark Malore. I'm an attorney here in Riverside, California. I got a number of clients in Indio dealing with corporate issues or corporate setups or limited liability company setups. So I thought it helpful to produce a quick video to give you some of the issues I think you need to look out for when thinking about setting up a corporation or a limited liability company. The first issue that I would recommend is dealing with tax liability. So you want to make sure that you see your accountant or CPA to ask and inquire about what the best tax perspective is for your business that you want to do. If you've got a CPA, great. If you don't have one, I can recommend one for you. But I want to make sure that you see the CPA or accountant about the tax liability, because that can certainly affect what kind of entity you choose, whether that's a C Corp or an S Corp or a limited liability company, which is taxed like a partnership. You want to make sure that you pick the right entity for your particular scope of business. And that's going to depend on what type of business it is and how much volume of sales or receipts you plan on obtaining in that business. So that's the first question I would ask yourself. Once you have that answer, then it's really setting up a corporate entity, whether that's a C Corp or an S Corp or a limited liability company. So let's take a look at those. What's the difference between a C Corporation and an S Corporation? You might have heard those terms. The first difference is in the way they're taxed, obviously. A C Corporation, you might have heard, is somewhat like a double taxation. In other words, the corporation is taxed, and then you're taxed individually on the receipts that devolve to you. Whereas an S Corporation, everything flows through the corporation to the S Company holder, and the S Company holder is taxed on the receipts that devolve from them. So you can see singularly the S Corporation is taxed, whereas the C Corporation is dually taxed. One of the other issues with taxation is that the C Corp may have a few other deductions that are unavailable to the S Corp. And if so, depending on your type of business, it may be more beneficial for you to enroll as a C Corp versus an S Corp. But those are some of the clear distinctions. Other distinctions might be the number of shareholders an S Corp can have versus a C Corp, the types of shareholders, for example. There can't be any corporate shareholders in an S Corporation, whereas a C Corporation can't have corporate shareholders. So those are some of the other issues that you want to consider when doing so. And a limited liability company is taxed much like a partnership, and so the membership shareholders are taxed individually. You want to talk to your CPA about that for the tax issues to see which one is better for you. Now, in terms of the issues related to the corporate versus LLC liability, there really is no difference in terms of liability protection, which is the next thing you need to consider when forming a business entity. You want to take a look at the corporate protection or the individual protection you have in doing so, because that's the reason to start a business entity, a separate business entity from yourself as a sole proprietor. And the great thing about S Corps, C Corps, and limited liability companies, they protect you all individually from being personally responsible for any liability, with the exception of fraud in those cases. So that's another thing we want to take a look at when setting up an entity, whether that be a corporate entity or a limited liability company entity. Those are some considerations you want to consider. If you have any other questions or any particular issues that you're facing that you want to go over, feel free to give my office a call. We'd be happy to sit down with you and go over those.